I understand that in this country, with people like Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you have to be rough and tough and be ready to fight them each of the way. Nobody won that 2023 presidential election. Nobody. Atiku got 12 states, Obi got 12 states, Tinubu got 12 states. 31% of the vote came in and INEC announced. INEC is the issue. What the House of Reps was saying that we have to do this, do that in an election, true. The key thing for us to have credible election is to refine INEC. INEC is the one that made Akpabio senator. Akpabio is not qualified to be a senator because Akpabio did not run for Senate. The vice presidential team had the same thing. There's so many of them, they are criminals who are not even qualified to be there. What happened? INEC gave it to them. President Tinubu didn't win election, they gave it to him.
People say the problem is of INEC is the executive arm appoints the INEC chairman, so it's not truly independent. In what ways can INEC reform to serve the interests of Nigeria?
If so long as the president is the one appointing the INEC chairman, we cannot have a credible election. So that has to be revised.
They had come out some years ago to say it boldly that this man had pushed me to the wall and even said unpleasant things to me because I would not yield. And we have another case.
Should Akpabio step down as Senate President?
From what we have seen so far, he's not competent to hold the Senate. He's not competent. In terms of, I mean, he does not do some reading. He does not even study to understand issues. He's using the fiat of power. This absolute power. You see, there's a terrain you want to follow if you want to follow leadership. You look at the axis of decisions. Look at the simple antecedents. Look at the information is processing, the way it processes information, the way it solves problems. Problems are not always solved on the political basis or sentimental basis or basis of money. With time, we're going to see more of Akpabio. For me, he should be advised to resign because I'm not sure the majority of Nigerians have confidence in him.
Did you listen to that? Did you hear that? And that is the truth. We all know this before. There's nothing to argue about what this man said. And this man once said, during the time, I think it was last year, this man said before that Tinubu does not understand economics. He does not know what it takes to be the president. This man said it last year, that Tinubu does not understand economics. In other words, Tinubu, he said, if I could remember what he said again, that Tinubu is just like a shop owner. Tinubu is just like somebody owns the shop. Tinubu is just a representative of that shop, but he does not know the goods in that shop, or does not know the goods in that shop. It can't account for the goods in that shop. So he's just there representing the shop. It does not know how the shop is being run, or it's the way he put it that time. This man said it, that in other words, he's just a bookkeeper. Yes, Tinubu is just a shopkeeper or a bookkeeper. That's what this man said that was last year. Now he is telling you now, in as much that everybody believes that Peter Obi won that election, but INEC Chairman gave it to Tinubu because they just did that on purpose, just to make everybody, especially it was a calculative move, yeah. Especially when they give a Lagos State to Peter Obi, say Peter Obi, they just use that to make everybody. They just did that on purpose to say, okay, Peter Obi, is it not you? Tinubu came from the Lagos. Tinubu said he built Lagos. How come if they rigged election? It just to that people's mind to say, and that topic is what they are still doing today. That was a calculative move to say Peter Obi won Lagos. Give Lagos State to Tinubu, to Peter Obi. That was what they did. That's the politics for you. They've done it, they calculated, and they say, okay, you know what? When we say Peter Obi won Lagos State, then that would be a topic. How come if you say Tinubu rigged election, how come he did not rig Lagos State? That's how it works. And today they are still talking about it. If you say Tinubu rigged election, how come he was able to win? How come he did not rig Peter Obi out of Lagos State? That is it. By voting, yes, Peter Obi won it. So now he said nobody won the election. That INEC Chairman, truly INEC Chairman is the problem of this country. We know right from. And INEC Chairman is being appointed by the president. That is the problem. So you know the reason of appointing you is to come and rig this election in their favor. So I think it's the time that they start contesting for that position, not to appoint the INEC Chairman. I know it will not help, but that fear will still be there, that you know this is not by somebody appoints you. You are not being appointed by this person. The people of this country elected you, they voted for you, and if you misbehave, they will vote you out in the next election. But this one, there's nothing like that. If you say INEC Chairman is not just like that election, people were calling for INEC Chairman resignation to resign. Tinubu should say, somebody who did this favor, Tinubu, you're asking Tinubu to get him fired, to resign him, somebody who helped Tinubu to win this election? No, it's not possible. And if at all Tinubu tried to sack INEC Chairman, what happened next? He's still going to appoint another person. He's still going to be the one to appoint that person. That person is coming in favor of 2027 election. In his favor. So I think that's what we should look into. Like, no president should appoint INEC Chairman again. It's the same way people are contesting for senators, senatorial seats, and House of Assembly senator. They should also do the same thing, contesting for INEC Chairman. Yes. At least to start with. If you misbehave, 4 years, after 4 years, you resign. Don't be say somebody will appoint you, you stay there for 8 years. As the person stays 4 years or 8 years, you stay. No, it's not helping this country and it's not going to work. Let's start from there. And again, Akpabio. This one has been the major topic today. This discussing about this issue. Akpabio is competent, Akpabio is not competent, Akpabio is this, Akpabio is that. I'm not in support of, we know, like me, I've been criticizing Akpabio when somebody, all those things. So let me not even say, in this country today, how many of those leaders, politicians in different positions, how many of them actually qualify for that position? How many of them has that competent? Majority of them are not competent, but they were opportune to be there because it's government of godfatherism. When you have that power, you can appoint anybody and nothing happens. It's just like what Tinubu is doing now, appointing his boys, Lagos boys, or people that were there for him during his tenure as a governor of Lagos State. So that is it. Majority of them are not competent. But what can you do? Tinubu appointed them. He had been appointed by the president. You can't do anything about it. Being competent or not competent, you can't do nothing about it again. That is the problem. So majority of those people you see in positions today, they are not competent to be in that position. And that's why we have this problem in this country. When you see somebody who is competent to be in that position, is trustworthy, is competent, you can trust his character, they do not have the opportunity to be there. They don't, because they don't have the godfather, they don't have the recognition of, they don't have the blessing from the godfather. They are not. So they don't have the opportunity, the privileges to be there. E.g., for example, anybody, according to Nigeria constitutions, the qualifications to run for the office of the government or the president or the governor or the senators, those criteria in terms of qualifications, don't get me wrong, they are qualified as far as they have those certificates. That certification is there, yeah, they are qualified. But in terms of that competence, what can you do? Do you have what it takes to change this country, to represent this constituency very well? Do you have a voice to speak for them? Do you actually know what it means to be in that position? Do you understand? Majority of them, no, they are not. E.g., I'll point 2 persons out for you now. E.g., people will argue. Yeah, we could see everybody. Yes. E.g., this governor of Edo State, Monday, sorry to say, for me, he is not competent to be a governor. Secondly, governor of Kogi State, Usman Ododo, he is not competent to be a governor of Kogi State. But because of godfatherism, so they were opportune to be there, given that position. People who have that capacity, what it takes to actually lead those states, they do not have the privileges. Somebody said, this one is what we want, this one is what we want. Today they are there. What has changed? What has it done? Nothing. But you can't bring them. Others were there, they did nothing. That is the problem. What happens? What has it done? Nothing. What did you do today after? Nothing. That is the same thing. Those people will do their 8 years, they'll go home. Nothing. You can't do them anything. Rather, after they leave office, you start accusing them of money laundering. Money laundering, at the end of the day, you don't even see any result. You don't see what happens to them after. Nothing. And that is the problem. Like that, we could go on and on and on. Many of them, they are not competent. But anyways, what do you think? Please share this video.